to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to be creating this super bronzy, shiny, kind of summertime look as it's getting a little bit warmer outside, and I wanted to bring you a really nice bronzy evening out look. So yeah, if you want to know how to get this look, then just keep on watching. Okay, so first of all I'm just going to pop my frizzy ass hair back, and also I know I'm only wearing one earring, I couldn't find the other one. Probably going to annoy some people, but you know, I wear my hair on one side anyway, so it's all good. First things first, I'm just brushing through my brows, and I'm going to add a little bit of soap. I've actually changed my brow routine a little bit to where I actually add soap before I put in any kind of like pomade or anything, and I don't know, I feel like it holds them better. So next, whilst the soap is drying, I actually carve out the brow before I fill it in, and to carve them out I'm just using Makeup Revolution concealer in C8. Also, before I started filming I actually prepped my skin, so just make sure you moisturise your skin right at the beginning of your makeup, let it like sink in. Now I'm just taking my e.l.f. concealer brush and I'm just blending that out. Just make sure you're not blending over the lines. Just always bring the concealer down here, make sure you get rid of any darkness kind of along here. Now next, to set that, I'm using a new product that I'm trying out at the moment, which is the Mercier translucent powder. I've used it for a couple of days and I really like it. The only thing is it's not very cheap, like compared to the RCMA, but it is really good. So now I want to do a really bronzy warm look, so I'm going to start off with a little bit of Hoola bronzer from Benefit. This will just carve out the lid really nicely, and I feel like you can kind of merge it into your foundation. And I'm just being really rough with this, I'm not putting it anywhere particularly specific, I'm just kind of buffing it everywhere. So now that colour's on, I'm going to go in with another bronzer. This is the Milani Soleil bronzer. Now I did actually drop mine, so the lid's come off. But it has got, I'll just swatch it for you on my fingers. It has got like a slight sheen to it. And we are actually going to put this a little bit into the crease. I know putting shimmers in your crease is normally a no-go, but for this look I want everything to be really just smoky and warm. I am being a little bit more precise with this. I'm using the Morphe M44 for this, but I'm just being a little bit more precise. I'm not bringing it all the way up, I'm kind of just putting it in the socket. Right, now next I'm moving on to my holy grail, which is the Morphe 350. Everyone knows this palette, it's the really orangey one. So I'm just taking the Morphe M433, it's just a slightly smaller brush. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to run into this shade here. Now because this brush is a little bit smaller, we can just be a little bit more precise with it. And I'm just going to push it right into my socket. So I'm just picking up more product and pushing it in. And I'm going to go slightly above my crease, just because I've got slightly more hooded eyes. I like to bring it up a little bit higher. And I'm bringing it to about here, so pretty much the whole way in, just skipping this little section at the front. Okay, so next we're just going to grab this shade here, except this time I'm going to use the Zoeva 234 Luxe brush, and it's just a flat top packing brush. I'm just looking at my viewfinder and I don't think you guys are close enough to my face, so I'm going to be really annoying. I'm going to zoom you guys in just so you can kind of actually see what I'm doing. That is a little better, I feel like you'll be able to see what I'm doing now. I'm really sorry that you were further away, and I'm sorry that I'm doing this, but it makes a lot more sense. So you can kind of see here where I've packed in the brown. So I'm just going to show you what I'm doing here with my flat Zoeva brush. And literally I'm just pushing it, opening my eye, kind of seeing just above my socket, and I'm just pushing it. And then I'm grabbing my Morphe M433 brush and I'm just barely touching the skin. I'm just blending out the top of that. Now to carve out the lid, I'm going to use this little liquid product. I'm really sorry, I can't read the name of it. It just says DM Colour Fix. I'll try and like link them down below if I can find it, but it's just a really good cream product. I got it from like a beauty, it's just like a beauty boutique in Kensington in London. So I basically start off right in the centre here. Look at that pigment. And I open my eyes to make sure of where my kind of hooded lids go, and I bring it right up to my crease. And I'm bringing it like all the way over. So this is what we've got now, and now we're going to go over top of that with like different shadows just to set everything down. Now this does dry, but I found that the glitter particles in it do kind of transfer, so I tend to set it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this inner mascara. It's called Hoard eyeshadow, and guys, this is like, oh, so nice. I've just swatched it here. It is this one. But I'm just going to rub my finger in it. I always apply shimmers with my finger. I just feel like they apply much better. And I'm just going to rub this over top. So now we have that down, I'm just going to go in with this shade here in the 350. So we're going to kind of start this from around here. And we're just going to start packing that on. And next we're going to go in with this shade, which is a slightly darker bronze tone. And we're just putting that right in the outer V. To highlight my inner corner and brow bone, I'm going to use the Dull Light highlighter in Shine Bright. This highlighter is honestly like the nicest highlighter in the world. And the good thing about doing your brows second is I can just pop this straight here, and it doesn't matter if it goes on the brows, because I can just get rid of that. The sun is beaming through, so I'm just going to quickly pop on my brows and then I'll be right back. I'm just going to change my setup a little bit. I'm just going to pop on some of this Maybelline Total Temptations mascara. This mascara is brand new and I'm still kind of figuring out if I like it. It is very like thickening, but I do find it goes a little bit clumpy. But I mean, when you're putting lashes on already, I don't really mind, to be honest. Now for lashes I'm going to use, I think it's Sosu. I'll put their Instagram up here. It's in a tatty lash thing just because I lost it. They're actually sold in Primark now. And these are in style Holly. So I just always go centre first. Now for skin, I want really, really, really glowy, bronzy skin just to match the eyes. So I'm going to go in with the L'Oreal True Match highlighter in, what shade is this? Golden Glow. So this is a little bit more tan than my skin tone. And I'm just going to use this as a primer basically and just put it all over my face. Now I did do this with the Makeup Revolution drops, but I found them to be a little bit too oily. So my makeup just didn't really last, whereas this is slightly of a thicker formula. So I'm hoping this should work well. Now I'm actually going to use this limited edition sponge from Real Techniques. I actually quite like it. It's really soft, but the shape is just... So I'm really excited to try this. I'm using the new foundation from Makeup Revolution. I haven't tried this yet. Literally, it still has the wrapper on it. So I've got the shade F10. So I'm just going to paint this on. Now, just off the get-go, it looks a little bit neutral. Ooh. It's very like creamy, and I'll update you guys in the comments down below about how this wore throughout the day. Ooh, it's pretty good coverage. It's blending out absolutely beautifully. My god, I'm so impressed. This is £5, this foundation. Now I've just zoomed you guys out. Now to get rid of my dark circles, I'm like using a darker concealer from Makeup Revolution, C11, just because I feel like this gets rid of the darkness and then I can actually go in and lighten it up. So I literally put it just right where the like darkness is, just here. And I sometimes do a little bit around here as well. Now I love this sponge. I just wish it was a different shape. Like the texture of the sponge is perfect. I am like seriously impressed with Makeup Revolution face products right now, because it's just crazy how this is £5 and my Makeup Forever one is like 30, I think, and it's ridiculous. You don't get as much product in these, but I mean, now for the lighter shade I'm just going to use C5. I'm just going to stick with the Makeup Revolution kind of skin products because I want to see how they work together, because I normally find pairing brand products normally works best because they're supposed to be used in conjunction with each other. Now this does dry a little bit quick, so we're going to have to work nice and quick with blending this out. I'm just going to zoom you guys in so you can see what the products look like. I mean, the concealer is £4 and the foundation is £5, so that's less than £10 on this complexion. Like, what? Okay, so I'm going to stick with the Makeup Revolution complexion products. So I'm going to use their Liquid Luminous Gold liquid highlighter, and I'm just going to pop this in all the high points of my face. I do like using it with a sponge or fingers. I definitely wouldn't recommend using it with a brush, just because I find it goes a little bit streaky. And you do have to be careful with this product because it can lift the foundation. I just tap like really, really, really gently. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this MAC palette here, and I'm going to grab Lady Danger, which is like a really, really, really orangey colour. So I'm just going to rub that with my finger and pop some on the back of my hand. So I just swatch it like this, and then I just blend it out like that. I grab my sponge, and then I dab it in what I've blended out on my hand, and then I go into my face. I never put it directly onto my skin, and I just really lightly dab. And it gives the most natural blushed effect, honestly. This is like the perfect way to do blush. You can do this with any lipstick, it doesn't have to be in a pan. Just grab a lipstick and rub it on the back of your hand, and grab a sponge and do the exact same thing. Just make sure the sponge is damp. And I normally do it with the sponge that I had a little bit of foundation on, just to mute that colour. Okay, so now for the powder products, I'm going to use that Dull Light Shine Bright highlighter again. I'm just going to add some of this highlight, and it's like the nicest bronzy toned highlight ever. And I'm just going to add some to my chin, my cupid's bow, and I'm actually going to add a different highlight to my nose just because I like my nose highlight to be a little bit brighter. Okay, so for the highlight on my nose, I'm going to use the Baked Blushing Hearts Triple Baked Blusher from Makeup Revolution. It's actually from I Love Makeup, but it's all from Tan Beauty, so it's pretty much the same. I just pop a little bit on the end of my nose, down the bridge. And I am actually going to hit the inner corners with it just a little bit, just to brighten that area up and make it look even lighter. So I'm just going to grab my Laura Mercier, and I'm just going to use this little Real Techniques brush. I'm not going to bake or anything, just because I really want the look to be very glowy, like I've said 1,000 times. So what I do is I just grab my finger and just kind of look up and make sure there's no creasing under the eye before we set it. Really focusing it kind of along here as opposed to where my highlight is. And then I'm just going to do a little bit on the sides of the nose here, a little bit on the smile lines, and just kind of around the mouth. Now I am going to add a few more cream products, so I'm just going to grab this Caramel Stick Concealer from Primark. Now this is 90p, and it is a really, really, really nice tone. I'm a little bit more tan right now, so I'm also going to grab Chestnut, which is just the darker shade from this, and I'm basically just going to mix these two shades together. And I'm just going to grab this Real Techniques buffing brush. It's just a small little brush, perfect for creams. Okay, so now I'm just going to add a little bit of the Makeup Revolution Pro Fix Oil Control Fixing Spray. Right, now for my lips, I'm going to use Spice Lip Liner from MAC. And then I'm going to use Spice Lipstick from Anastasia Beverly Hills. And then, probably no surprise to a lot of you, I'm going to use the What a Peach Lip Gloss from Primark. This is my favourite lip gloss. Honestly, I have so many tubes of this. It just smells so good, and it's not sticky, and it lasts quite a long time, and it's like £2. Okay, so now I'm just going to go under the eye with a little bit of that Hoola bronzer and the Milani bronzer as well. I'm not going to go in with the darker shade just because I want the under eye to still be a little bit light. Okay, so this is the finished look. I really hope you enjoyed following me on this road to create this really glowy, warm look for you guys. I really love this look. I love the way it turned out. It's super, super warm and summery, and I'm feeling it. So I really hope you guys enjoyed watching this. If you did, please hit the big thumbs up button because it will make me so, so happy. And the comments are right down there if you want to leave a comment of any video suggestions that you want me to do. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!